blood seeping into yellow Vietnam earth, black skins handicapped from the day of birth, pompous politicians, small of mind and large of girth. Funny world, funny world. Millionaire guitarists playing 3 chords, even 4. Nuclear disarmers always tangling with the law. Oxfam posters, very sad but such a bore. Funny world. Hairy-fairy hippies with their strange philosophy. Everyone love everyone, and all of it for free. Pass the marijuana, baby, try some LSD. Funny world, funny world. Mothers, if your darling son's inclined to disappear, it's nice to know it's legal if he's living with a queer. Try a little transcendental meditation, dear. Funny world, funny world. Scientific knowledge getting daily more complete. The other fella's atom bomb is what we have to beat, while 10 million little children have not enough to eat. Funny world, funny world. State-assisted students, all a clamour for the pill. Youth must be served, in every meaning of the word, but still, it seems a little hard on those who have to foot the bill. Funny world, funny world. New emergent nations, tired of being led like goats. Give them independence, give them time to sow their oats. Yes, give them independence to cut each other's throats. Funny world, funny world. Churches standing empty. Where has everybody gone? But 4 new shining gospels for the kids to thrive upon, according to St. Paul, St. George, St. Ringo, and St. John. Funny world, funny world. Funny world, funny world. Down with Rhodesia, grind them underfoot. This UDI is something up with which we cannot put. The leaders of Rhodesia should all be shot on sight, for after all they have the gall to be completely white. So down with Rhodesia, put them on the skids. How dare they hang the terrorists who burn their wives and kids? We must allow the native to have his bit of fun. And what's a little arson after all is said and done? We can't be flouted by those all-right Jacks with their big 6-shooters on their hips, who go round beating up the poor old blacks with their rawhide rhino whips. So down with Rhodesia, hack them on the shin. Don't listen when they tell us we're their nearest kith and kin. It simply isn't done, chaps, to help your kin and kith. So up with Tariq Ali and down with Ian Smith. Down with Rhodesia, who they think they are. What right have they to be this way, so lardy-bloody-da? We'll have to act severely to show them who is boss, and tell them Harold Wilson is very, very cross. So down with Rhodesia, it's only common sense to send out arms to Zambia only for defense. And if perchance they use them and someone makes a fuss, we'll look the other way, chaps, and say it wasn't us. We might try sending out a few old tanks to stop their silly little tricks. They're only doing what those frightful Yanks did in 1776. So clamp on the sanctions, starve them all to hell. Doesn't really matter if we starve the blacks as well. Stiff upper lip chaps, take it on the chin. Down with Rhodesia and up with Gunga Din. Old man, brown as a nut, sitting on your haunches with your eyes half shut, peering through your whiskers at this world of strife. Have you found the secret of life? For young men, rich and effete, sitting like disciples at your bare brown feet, listening to your wisdom, following your star, hoping you can give them Shangri-La. Brown man sent from abroad, are you really nothing but an old brown fraud? Teaching meditation, teaching Tommy rot. Put another rupee in the pot. Old man, old brown man, save it all for India or for Pakistan. She's awful, she's awful, she's awfully nice. She's frightful, she's frightfully pretty. And she's wonderfully worldly and wayward and wicked and witty. And so it's a pity that this slick little chick can't give all of the fellows a run. What's more, it's a shame that this dame has decided she's only for one. Joe's girl, looks like a cherub, but really she's terribly thrilling. Joe's girl, softer than sable, but ready and able and willing. See that dream of delight, no one is quite like this. Gee, that fabulous figure, and ooh, that kiss could only be Joe's girl, Joe's girl. Get her alone and she's never been known to say no. And how do I know I'm Joe? Delights, no one is quite like this. Gee, that fabulous figure, and ooch, that kiss could only be Joe's girl, Joe's girl. get her alone, and she's never been known to say no. And how do I know I'm Joe? Long ago in a distant land lived a princess fair and wise, with auburn hair that shone like copper, and the queen, her mama, and the king, her papa, thought the sun shone out of her eyes. One day at play with a golden ball, she slipped and tripped and fell, and as she lay there quietly cursing, the golden ball that she'd been nursing went plop down into the well. And the princess said, "Oh hell." She peered down into the water and tried to hide a tear, when all of a sudden a little green frog hopped off a lily pad onto a log and said, "Can I help, my dear?" Oh, little green frog, my golden ball, of which I'm very fond, for gold is quite my favorite metal, and as I was falling base over kettle, it shot down into your pond. You've probably guessed, said the little green frog, that I'm really a handsome prince, but some old witch whose name I've forgotten turned me into a frog, which was rather rotten, and I've been one ever since. I'll get your ball, said the little green frog, but in return I pray you'll let me share your satin pillows, and you'll read me a little from the wind in the willows at the close of day. And the princess said, "Okay, it's a most improbable story, and folk are hard to convince." But the following morning by her side, looking remarkably satisfied, was a rather handsome prince. Imagine what was said in the palace when they heard what had occurred. The queen, her mama, and the king, her papa, thought the whole darn story was a bit improper and didn't believe a word. And if you ask me, I'm bound to agree, the whole thing's quite absurd. Learn to fly, little bird, learn to fly, or you'll never know what life is all about. Raise your eyes, spread your wings, you'll discover lovely things, and the thrill is in the finding out. Take a chance, little bird, wrong or right. Take a chance and say I will, not just I might. Happiness beyond compare only comes to those who dare. Don't be shy, little bird, why not try, little bird? Learn to fly, little bird, tonight. Raise your eyes, spread your wings, you'll discover lovely things, and the thrill is in the finding out. Take a chance, little bird, wrong or right. say I will, not just I might. Happiness beyond compare only comes to those who dare. Don't be shy, little bird. Why not try, little bird? Learn to fly, little bird, tonight, and be my little bird tonight. In Italy, all is romantic and gay, a place you really want to choose if you're after an exclusive holiday. In Italy, country of pasta and wine, one thing you'll very soon discover is never take your lover out to dine. For if you do, here's what you'll have to get through. Minestrone, tagliatelle, cannelloni, vermicelli, stracciatella, mortadella and the lot. Ossibuchi, rigatoni, fagioli, macaroni, and a lot of other things that I forgot. Then you meet a signorina, such a lovely signorina, and you think you've met an angel from above. But you suddenly discover that your belly is full of pizza and vermicelli. And when your belly's full of pizza and vermicelli, you haven't a hope of making love, love, love. You haven't a hope of making love, love, love. You haven't a hope of making love. There is some peculiarity she's got that apparently an English girl has not. And it's fairly clear to see that whatever it may be, it intrigues the English gentleman a lot. I know she says my eyes are kind of slanty, and my hair would never entertain a curl. But I'm good as gold, or nearly, and beneath it all I'm really just a very ordinary little girl. Don't I love when I'm happy? Don't I sigh, even cry when I'm sad? Don't I try to be good when I know that I should? Although it's so good to be bad. Don't I love just as you do? Don't I fall just as hard when I fall? So if anyone tells you that a Chinese girl is different, it's absurd. You can take my word that there's just no difference at all. French Quarter of New Orleans, lazy little butterflies flutter in the breeze, blowing perfume to the skies from magnolia trees. Wonder if it's really so. There's a place we ought to go in the old French Quarter of New Orleans. Creole girls from near and far, proud as gypsy queens, all dressed up for Mardi Gras, silks and crinolines. What a sight for us to see. Wish that you were there with me. A love like ours is too wonderful to spend in an ordinary place. We should travel far away, where there's romance every day, and you'll never leave my embrace. In the old French Quarter, the starlight gleams. Soon the moon, a ship of gold on a purple sea, shines for lovers young and old, maybe you and me, if you'll share my world of dreams. Come with me to New Orleans. French Quarter, the starlight gleams. Soon the moon, a ship of gold on a purple sea, shines for lovers young and old, maybe you and me, if you'll share my world of dreams. Come with me to New Orleans. One wonderful night in Vienna, a night that was quiet as a mouse, except for the loud and interminable music of Strauss. I met her that wonderful night in Vienna, and fell for the stars in her eyes, and that's just as well, for there wasn't a star in the skies. She said that she loved me forever and ever, that's all I wanted to know, except that it wasn't forever, but just for my dough. And now I'm alone, all alone in Vienna, no future at all can I see, and everything's blue in Vienna, especially me, excepting the lovely blue Danube, and that's just as brown as can be. Oh, down at the corner of 45th and Grand, there's a little fella with his hat in his hand, and a smile as bright as the morning sky. He keeps a-singing a funny little song, does a little dance to sort of help him along, and the world's alright as you pass him by. A penny for a song, a penny for a song, a penny isn't much for a pretty little song as you go strolling by. He sings of anything, cabbages and kings, all the kiddies love the pretty songs that he sings. He can make them laugh and he can make them cry, and when it's over they have a little chat, help him count the pennies in his little black hat. Then he gives them half and he waves goodbye. Oh, a penny for a song, a penny for a song, a penny isn't much for a pretty little song as you go strolling by. One winter morning I wandered to the store, but the little fella wasn't there anymore, and the sun went in and the world grew cold. Then all of a sudden from way up in the sky, thought I heard the sound of that familiar cry, and the sun came out, turned the world to gold. A penny for a song, a penny for a song. A penny isn't much for a pretty little song as you go strolling by. A penny for a song, a penny for a song. A penny isn't much for a pretty little song as you go strolling by. Think of the sun at dawn in far-off Mandalay, or the wonder of Naples when the moon is on the bay. When you think of the mystery of the Nile, some Caribbean isle, it's not such a bad place really. What is nearer to heaven than the 7 hills of Rome? Or what view could be sweeter than St. Peter's lovely dome? When you think of the spell of Galway Bay, the smell of new-mown hay, it's not such a bad place really. A herd of Jersey cows, spring blossom on the boughs, the valley of 1,000 hills. A plover's plaintive call, a Cambridge May-week ball, above all, daffodils. Think how lucky you are with all your marvelous works of art, all the wonderful music that just clutches at your heart. When you think about Shakespeare and his works, Piccadilly Circus, it's not such a bad place really. When you ride in the splendor of a car made by Rolls-Royce, when you think of the tenderness in Satchmo's gravel voice, when you think about baked Virginia ham, homemade strawberry jam, it's not such a bad place really. Just forget about politicians skating round the truth. Keep ignoring the oh-so-boring arrogance of youth. Think instead of the flavor of a peach, the blondes on Bondi Beach, it's not such a bad place really. The smell of a cigar, Segovia on guitar, just thank your lucky star for these. The answer to your prayer, a perfect camembert, what a cheese, what a cheese. It's a cause for concern when all we earn goes back in tax, which is probably why we're raving hypochondriacs. But as somebody said, and I agree, the best in life is free, and always will be, quite clearly. And it's not such a bad place really.